A 70-year-old man just walked away from a face-off between a mountain lion and a grizzly bear. Mother Nature sure knows how to throw us a curveball. Let's dive into today's wild stories, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. On a frigid winter day in Ontario, Canada, real Gendon went ice fishing with his parents. They were expecting to return home with a fresh catch and a hearty meal, but their plans took a tragic turn. While Real stayed on the shore, his parents decided to venture further out onto the ice. In a horrifying turn of events, the boat capsized, claiming the lives of both parents. Terrified and miserable, he forced himself to walk to the nearest town for help, but when the sun set, he still hadn't arrived, and that was when he realized he would have to sleep outside in the cold. As night fell, the boy huddled shivering in the cold. Alone in the mountains, without food or water, surrounded by wild animals, it seemed as though all hope was lost. But then, he felt a warm, furry creature pressing against him. Exhausted and freezing, he fell asleep. When he woke up the next morning, he was astonished to find that it wasn't a dog, but 3 beavers curled up beside him. They had saved him from freezing to death in the sub-zero temperatures. As you know, beavers are the second largest rodents in the world, second only to capybaras. However, their large size alone couldn't have kept the boy warm enough. Their bodies are specially designed to generate a lot of heat through their muscles without needing to move. They're like portable heaters. That's how the 3 beavers were able to keep Real warm through the cold night. Eventually, Real Gendon made it to town and was rescued. See, it's not just our dog who can be our heroes. Even the most unexpected beings can come to our rescue. Going to the zoo this weekend? That sounds like fun. It's a great activity, helping us get closer to nature, especially for kids. I wonder how many of us used to beg our parents to go to the zoo every weekend when we were young. However, always keep a close eye on your children and don't let them wander off, like in this dangerous situation. During a visit to the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, Illinois, a 3-year-old boy tragically fell into a gorilla enclosure. Falling from a height of nearly 20 feet, the child suffered a broken arm and facial injuries. Panic ensued as the boy landed in an enclosure with several gorillas engaged in a territorial dispute. This was particularly alarming as gorillas can weigh between 180 and 200 kilograms and are highly territorial, often attacking any perceived intruders. It was a life-or-death situation, but then something incredible happened. A mother gorilla named Binti Jua stepped in, even though there were 6 other gorillas fighting nearby. In the video, you can see the little boy lying on the ground before Binti gently picked him up and held him close while carrying her own baby. Experts believe that Binti's maternal instincts, heightened by the presence of her own infant, compelled her to rescue the boy. She then carried the 3-year-old to a door where the rescue team was waiting. When the little boy was reunited with his caregivers, he was taken to the hospital and stayed there for 4 days. After the incident, Binti became an international hero, and the boy's Illinois mom must have thanked that gorilla mom a million times. As of 2022, Binti is still doing well at the Brookfield Zoo, and in March, she celebrated her 34th birthday. This story went viral, and everyone was so confused about how the little boy ended up in the gorilla enclosure. We're all just glad everyone was okay. Remember to keep a close eye on your kids at the zoo, though. Not all gorillas are as friendly as Binti. In a bizarre incident at the Polar Land Aquarium in Harbin, China in 2009, a unique competition was held where people freedived with beluga whales to apply for a job as a beluga trainer. How cool and a bit crazy is that? Yang Yun, a 26-year-old woman, was freediving in a 20-foot deep pool when disaster struck. The icy water caused her leg to cramp, leaving her unable to swim. With the deep water pressure and cold water, she couldn't surface. Just when she thought all hope was lost, Mila, one of the 2 whales in the pool, came to the rescue. She gently took Yang Yun's leg in her mouth and pulled her to safety. Yang Yun shared that she felt like she was drowning, losing all hope, when suddenly a powerful force pulled her up. Belugas, one of the smallest whale species, are known for their killer whale-like hunting habits, but are surprisingly friendly towards humans. Thanks to her large, wrinkled brain, Mila sensed Yang was in danger and decided to take action. Since belugas primarily eat small fish and squid, their teeth are small and didn't hurt Yang at all. Everyone on the shore witnessed this extraordinary scene. I'm not sure if she got the job, but if she did, they'd surely have many more adventures together. You might think elephants are just big, lumbering animals. But think again, they're actually incredibly smart. So smart that scientists have given them a special place among the world's most intelligent creatures. Don't believe me? Check out this amazing story. 8-year-old Amber Mason was vacationing with her family in Phuket, Thailand when a tsunami hit. When the first wave crashed, her parents were nowhere to be found, but thanks to Ning Nong, a clever elephant, Amber was safe. Ning Nong scooped her up and carried her to higher ground, even using his body as a shield. After the waves had passed, Amber's mother thought she had lost her daughter. Then, she saw Ning Nong carrying Amber on his back. Overwhelmed with joy, she shared that if Amber had been alone on the beach or even by her side, she wouldn't have survived. Only the elephant could have endured those waves. To say thanks for saving Amber, the family will give Ning Nong's owner 30 pounds every month. That means more yummy sugar cane for Ning Nong. You have heard the stories about dolphins saving people that I have told before, right? However, the following story will be something you have never heard before. In 2008 in the Philippines, Ronnie Dabal was fishing for tuna in Puerto Princesa Bay. Just when he was thinking that he would have a productive day, a sudden storm came, and the fierce ocean waves caused his small boat to sink. He clung to a piece of foam, and after floating for 24 hours, he quickly lost strength. Floating on the sea, with just a piece of sponge, he could be good prey for the surrounding sharks. In such a situation, he can only watch the first miracle happen. Just when he was about to give up hope, a miracle happened. He saw many creatures swimming rapidly on the surface. Sharks, he thought. It's over. But to his astonishment, it wasn't sharks. It was a pod of about 30 dolphins and 2 whales. And they weren't just swimming by. They were swimming beside him, pushing him towards the shore. The whales were acting as bodyguards, keeping the sharks at bay. With one flick of their tail, a blue whale could seriously injure any attacker. They pushed him all the way to Barangay Beach until they saw fishermen and then turned back to the sea. Wish I had a time machine, huh? I'd totally go back and film it for you. The ocean is a beautiful yet dangerous place. While the surface sparkles under the moonlight, beneath the waves, deadly predators like sharks lurk. With their powerful bodies and sharp teeth, they're the ultimate hunters. But could these fearsome creatures be defeated by something as small and seemingly harmless as a seal? In 2011, Cape Town, South Africa, turned into a nightmare for British tourist Michael Cohen. While enjoying a leisurely swim, he was viciously attacked by a great white shark. His right leg was severed, and his left was badly mauled. Losing blood rapidly, Cohen became an even more tempting target for the predator. 2 men returning home from work spotted a shark circling Cohen, who was swimming alone. But by the time they reached him, the shark had already struck and disappeared. As the 2 men swam out to rescue him, the cunning shark circled back, preparing for another attack. Humans are no match for sharks in the water. In that terrifying moment, a seal appeared and began swimming in circles around them. None of them knew what was happening underwater, but the seal then surfaced and escorted them to shore, and the shark was nowhere to be seen. It's unbelievable how a small seal could scare a great white shark away. Perhaps the shark was surprised by the seal's strange behavior, or maybe it was intimidated by the seal's bravery. Whatever the reason, Cohen owed the seal a huge debt of gratitude. He was rushed to the hospital and treated for his injuries. A 69-year-old nature lover and gold prospector from Paradise, California, had a penchant for the thrill of the hunt. One sunny day, he decided to try his luck panning for gold. While exploring whiskey flats, he stumbled upon a family of bears foraging for food. Most people would run a mile, but Biggs, accustomed to the wilderness, stayed to observe. From a safe distance of about 40 feet, he watched the adorable bear family, feeling quite secure. Little did he know, his luck was about to change. A mountain lion had spotted him, and it was stalking, inching closer from behind. Before Biggs could react, the big cat pounced, its jaws sinking into his backpack. Knocked to the ground, Biggs wrestled with the creature. Just as it seemed all hope was lost, a massive figure emerged and sent the mountain lion flying. It was the mother bear from earlier. She roared and stood on her hind legs, towering over the cougar. Outmatched and outweighed, the mountain lion eventually retreated. Seemed like a classic battle for territory, but the bear, after making sure Biggs was okay, returned to her cubs. Biggs returned home with a few scratches but a heart full of gratitude. He believed he'd met the bear before and that she recognized him as no threat. From then on, he felt a special connection with the bear.
Let me tell you about Rusty the cat.
I'm not sure if this is just a coincidence or what, but it deserves to be retold forever. One morning, just like any other, Claire Nelson woke up and felt perfectly normal. She made herself a cup of tea and a snack, but her 10-year-old cat, Rusty, was acting strange. He was meowing loudly and jumping on her and clawing at her chest and legs. Something felt off when her tiny cat started acting strange. I interviewed him when he just said. She hopped on a bus to the hospital. Right in the middle of her trip, she felt a sharp pain in her chest. She called 911, and luckily she was close to the hospital and made it just in time. The doctor said that just a little later she would be in a critical state. She'd adopted Rusty 2 years ago and was probably the best decision she ever made. She saved his life, and now it was his turn to save hers. Whether it was a cat's intuition or just strange coincidence, one thing's for sure, Rusty wasn't going to lose his human, and he was going to get lots of treats when Claire got home from the hospital. Can you believe it? Even the most ordinary creatures can be superheroes. Maybe your dog is watching this video right now, secretly training to be your personal bodyguard. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.